Good evening, enthusiasts of the hat variety. I am your host, Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. Welcome back to another episode of Journey Through Eorzea. We are in the artist formerly known as Amarat, which is a giant fantasy fake city underneath the ocean in its Art Deco style. We're trying to figure out what's going on, and boy howdy, I tell you, there's a bunch of fake people around. But you know who's not fake? Alphino. So let's talk to Alphino and figure it out. We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully then our next move will become clear. Oh man, we're just cutting right to it. Why yes, I will explain it. Twould seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there is talk of little else in the time in which these events came to pass. Ah, Urianger, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancients' art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that may be required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. 'Tis not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Ascians, wherein the ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I see. We arrived at the same conclusion, then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the aether which coursed through their own bodies. If we attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies, and then seek to draw balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals, mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, the means for destruction. An interesting matter, which no doubt referred to... I couldn't do it. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding Emet Selch. Has anyone learned aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went out to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear to be in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder, though, Tiberius, could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were, and it might be that your name is registered as the Bureau's as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. That is a Thancred thing to do if I ever heard a Thancred thing to do. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. Like frustrated, I think I'd like to speak more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help us cure Tiberius' condition. Would you mind coming with me? We're gonna girl party? Of course. I don't mind. Just lead the way. She's trying to be her own person, like, and not just be a person that follows Thancred all the time. Which, you know, I respect. That's fine. Marine's fine. Then Y'shtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. Oh, sure, I gotta go by myself? I don't have a party friend? That's not cool. It's just ridiculous. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't need nobody. I can do everything. Just me and my hat. I'm fine. Besides, I don't want you guys to throw off my charisma. If we're doing it for a charisma check, I can't have you guys throwing it off, you know? It's funny. I remember, like, I'm gonna say, like, 60%, 70% of Shadowbringers. Like, I remember, like, the big, like, pivotal points, right? But I don't remember everything. But I'll tell you, at least off the cuff, like, just thinking about it, I don't remember anything about the post-Shadowbringers, like, transition into Endwalker story. Like, just straight up no recollection. In fact, it's funny, because I think Shadowbringers was the first time... I'm trying to think. I think so. Yeah, it's the first time I ever actually... How far do we have to go? Okay, we're almost there. Was the first time I ever actually, like, had the story caught up and was ready for the next expansion when it came out. Every other time I'm like, all right, I gotta hurry up and finish the last, like, post story. I remember, like, was it when Heaven's Ward came out? I had to spend a bunch of time doing everything. And then I bought Dawn Trail, and then I was not even close to the end of Endwalker. Like, there was the whole thing was zero in the whole thing. I didn't do any. Oh, I remember this courtyard. This is very familiar. Anyway, sorry. But no, so it's just like I don't... Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. But no, it's just like I had to do all that stuff, and then I learned that Dawn Trail was not received well, and I was like, well, that's terrible. But then I realized that I was not even close. I had to go through all of Endwalker, and the post Endwalker story is actually a lot of fun. I really liked Zero and the whole thing, so I was like, great. And then I got to Dawn Trail, and I was like, ah. A visitor's writ? Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Tiberius Fox. Please wait for the counter while I confirm your details. Well, you know, by golly, I tell you what, I am one of the best waiters. Waiting people, not waiters. I don't get your food, but people who wait. Tiberius Fox, your application is ready for collection. Do tell. As your residency was approved by Emet Selch himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them to the Bureau of Secretariat, and the clerk will issue you a visitor's writ for the capital. Nice. You know, actually, it was something occurred to me. I know you guys love it when I watch my hot bars. I do have Swiftcast. Why am I not... Hang on. Which one is it? This one? Yeah. Alright, so hang on. What is... This is Reprise. I don't need that, I don't think. To attack the thing. Both Black Man Run on Fire More. I don't know what this is. I don't ever use that. But I don't think it needs to be there. So let's put Swiftcast there. Oh my gosh. Alright, that was right. No, that was right. I wanted that. I was just sitting there thinking about it the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm a mage. Shouldn't I have Swiftcast? Like, I only really ever use it. Like, because it's the only mage I play is Red Mage. But if you include Scholar, I use it for quick res, right? So my brain's like, oh yeah, of course. Like, duh. Oh lord, that is a ways away. Alright, you know who needs to be here? Mjolnir needs to be here. I was gonna, just full transparency, because I don't know if everyone understands. That reference, I've said that a lot of times on this series. That is a reference to the movie Stripes. I know that not everyone's gonna know the movie Stripes with Bill Murray. They are in Czechoslovakia, and they are pinned down. They need to get in, they need help. And so they say, you know who should be here? Russell should be here. And then, you know, and then they go back and start shouting for Russell to come back, because he's in a Winnebago that is a magic Winnebago. I just keep forgetting I can fly. He's in a magic Winnebago thing, like, camper that's, like, armored with weapons on it and stuff. So every time I think of Mjolnir, I just, for some reason, that quote pops into my head. So, just, not everyone's going to know that reference. I figure might as well share it. But no, the thing was, I was saying, except for playing Scholar and using it there, there's all those skills. I never use any of these. You know why I don't use any of these? Okay, so Sleep, that's nice. The thing is, except for maybe Lucid Dreaming and Swiftcast, Surecast, I don't know if I've ever been stopped except for accidentally moving when I need to cast. You know, and then it's like I never run out of mana. Does anybody run out of mana anymore? You'd have to be playing, like, stupidly hard content, I think. Like, just where you're just dumping spells constantly to ever need to, like, regenerate your mana. And even then, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like... I don't think any of my skills actually... Just a quick thing.
So, Lucid Dreaming gives my magic back. Do any of these take a stupid amount of MP? Bear Thunder takes 400. Uh, I mean, Veraze takes 2400, but that's a given. That's Veraze, right? Outside of that, nothing takes more than like 400 mana. And like, I don't know. Even doing that, maybe I just never noticed, but I have never run out, not a single time. Next, please. Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. I remember this. This is when you meet that other guy. I can't remember what his name is, though. But you meet him, and then I think you meet him later again, too. I know, very specific. For a second there, I was like, where are my legs? Uh-oh. It would seem the light is killing me. May I? Interesting. I'm gonna pay more attention to this time than the last time. Last time I saw this, I didn't understand it at all. Oh yeah. So all the other, if I recall now, this particular reflection guy, this fake, I don't know, what do you want to say? Let's call him reflection. Spirit type thing. He's the only one that is like somewhat cognizant of what is going on. All the rest of them kind of follow their programming, we'll say. They're all just like wrapped up in the day. He's the one, here he says, "You, I think you are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emet Selch?" Like he's got the perception. Nay, there is no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade, here and not here. Exactly. See, like he knows he's not real. How trippy would that be to know that someone like you're like a video game well, a video game character that realizes that it's a video game character, right? And it's like cognizant of that. That's trippy. I know only that my name is his Hithliodeus, and that the city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. I think Hithliodeus you meet in Endwalker. I think that's the guy that you meet. Can't remember that guy's name though. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if Emet Selch's mind was distracted when he came to my reconstitution. Exactly. A stray thought would have been enough. Hithliodeus will realize the truth, for example. We were close friends. It's him. So, future spoiler. At some point, I don't really want to do it, but yeah, no, Hithliodeus. You meet Hithliodeus later. I just didn't realize because he doesn't wear the mask and wear the hood and the whole thing, like that. Yet, in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest, a bit part meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny, and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles we are. Oh, thus I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I wish only to share your company whilst we wait. This was like a really cool piece of writing that like one of the fragments, the figments that he makes is self-aware. That's just really cool to me because it's like it gives you this reflective purpose where like one that you understand now that all the rest of them are all just they all just do their thing, but this one in particular he has this like insight that the rest of them don't have because he knows he's fake, but he knows the reality, finger quotes, of what he's supposedly supposed to be living in, even though that's not the case. If you've come this far, then you know of the catastrophe which awaits us on our morrow. The final days, what began as isolated incidents, soon swelled into a world-spanning threat. The Convocation of 14. Well, it was 13 at the time, endeavored to create a will for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order and halt the spread of destruction. But creation on such a scale required an immense source of power. So you think about what Y'shtola just said. She said that they could just do these. Actually, thinking about it, based on what Y'shtola said, that actually gives a lot more context for their creative power. So the Ascians have the ability to just create pretty much anything out of ether like it's nothing. They're so much more concentrated of a being. They have crazy amounts of mana, right? That like if you were like Y'shtola was saying, if a regular person today tried to do what they did, they would like drain all their mana, and then also it would drain the mana of the area around it. It would require so much to do that. And yet, what they're saying is they tried to create a being that required so much mana that it, even with all of them, they had to give like tons of them. So imagine like, I don't know, let's just use a crazy metaphor or analogy, right? It's like saying that like every Ascian is like a nuclear reactor and they just have boundless amounts of energy, whereas you're like a Toyota Corolla, you know, in its alternator, and they're like, oh yeah, we made a thing that took like 100,000 nuclear reactors to make. Like that's how much power it required, and that's what they're talking about. You know what I mean? And that's like a crazy thing to really think about when you've been thinking in this limited scope of how, you know, you're thinking about the scope of how like the world is around you. Things that seem big you realize are actually small. And then now you're going into this world where the thing that you thought was big was actually small, and now there's things that are way bigger. I just think that's neat. It's like a really interesting concept. Of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. So we don't know how many it took, right? But that was what I was saying, like 100,000, right? But like, think that there are like thousands of them. So let's just assume, like, for a minute, let's say that of the people on the planet, I mean, there's tons of them, right? Let's say there's a million. It's probably way more than that, but let's say it's a million. That means 500,000 people with crazy amounts of power had to sacrifice themselves just to like bring this thing into being. Oh, yeah, Rose made my eyebrows raised for. And from their sacrifice, Zodiark was born. Just as we had hoped, he reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet oh how the star had suffered. So many species lost, the land was blighted and the waters poisoned, and even the wind ceased to blow. I wonder why. Is that just the ramifications of what had happened during the quote final days? Or was it just like, or was that just because like things started falling apart by losing half your population? I wonder. Because they do all sorts of things to upkeep it. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, or at least maybe I forgot. Once more did our people give of themselves to Zodiark. Another half of our race sacrificed to cleanse the world, to ensure that the trees and grasses and myriad of tiny lives would sprout and grow and flourish. So basically, create a being that is basically like a pseudo god, right? And then give it like insane power, and you sacrifice half your population just to deal with this problem, and then the ramifications of that problem are so bad and far spreading that you then have to sacrifice yet another half. So in our original thing, so we're saying a million people, right? You sacrifice 500,000, and then you sacrifice like another like 250,000, and now you have a quarter of your population left, and that's it. That's crazy. It reminds me like Mass Effect, right? Where you're like losing these giant swaths of population to the Reapers sort of thing, right? Different entirely, obviously, but I'm saying like this giant apocalypse thing. And then to think that like you did it to yourself to a degree. Like we need to stop this, but like at what point is the cost of the solution not worth the solution, right? cycle of life had begun anew, and we can reconsider the means by which we might protect it. The convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time was right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiark. So their whole idea was, okay, so we only have like a quarter of our population left. We rebuild the world and let life flourish, and then we sacrifice a bunch of that on like an altar or whatever, so that we can use the power of that to bring back everybody, and then once we bring back everything would go back to normal. That was their plan. I don't know, that's so there were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. This is when they splintered. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiark, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. I wonder what lives they're talking about. What lives? Because I'm thinking like, don't think it's. I mean, unless they made like humans and Makot and all that stuff at this time, which is possible, and then they got shattered into pieces or whatever. But I don't think so. So my question is like, what are the new lives? Or they're just like, look, we've sacrificed enough, quote unquote, we'll say, for the lack of a better term, blood to the blood god, right? Like enough is enough, and so we should just leave it there, right? It's like just like let go of the mantle. These dissidents surrendered their life energies in the creation of Hydaelyn, an incarnation of their opposing belief, and for the first time in history, our people stood divided. Know you then how this conflict ended? I mean, supposedly it smashed them and divided the world into different dimensions. The strike was so hard that it split it. The thing I wonder about is, why is Hydaelyn so strong compared to Zodiark when Zodiark took up a 3/4 of their population sacrificed themselves to fix this problem, and then you go, okay, a splinter group. It doesn't say like he didn't say half. He didn't say so like, there's you got 250,000. Now you're down to like 125,000 or whatever. He didn't say that. He just said there was a large faction or like a faction of people that decided they want Hydaelyn. But it seems like her power. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on if when Zodiark spends the energy that you give him by sacrificing up your ether in your life, does he spend that or does it add to his overall power, right? Like are you dumping it into him and it makes him powerful enough to do it? Like is it like a battery you refill? Or is it like a thing that you just build upon? I'm guessing it's a battery. That's the only way I can figure, because then we'll assume that we split them like by half or so. So then it's like 125,000 power versus 125,000 power, in our made up math estimate here. I mean, I guess. Oh, we're gonna see it? Oh, it's Emet Selch. What's up? He's so tiny compared to everybody else. Emet Selch has ever been a champion of the will of Zodiark. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will not have abandoned his course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. So that's the whole thing. Reunite the star. So he got held back by millennia by when Hydaelyn smashed Zodiark and split everything up. That was an extra wrench in his plans. If he had his way, he would just sacrifice all of our aether and just like throw us all in the wood chipper, basically, to have Zodiark use his power to bring everyone back. Because it seems like Zodiark's ability to do things is only limited by how much ether you give him, and that's it. And he will do it by any means necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain glib ease, Emet Selch is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. 'Tis truly a terrible weight he has chosen to carry. That is a brutal thing. Like, you figure, he said that he was one of 3 that lived, right? One of 3 people who didn't get sundered when everything got split up. So that means he effectively and like 2 other people are responsible for bringing his entire race back from non-existence. And he has this giant like problem to it. Even with their creation magic ability and stuff like that, and ability to not die and stuff, it's still like that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's a huge. He's not wrong. That is a terrible weight to bear. To bear. Tiberius Fox. That's me. It seems it's my turn. Everyone's gone. It seems your turn has come. Pray do not let me keep you. Ah, there was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? I'm assuming he's talking about Ardbert. Nay, I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it is visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion. Yeah, pretty much. He's laughing. Your connection is hardly a coincidence. In our time, the 2 of you were one. The color of your souls tells a tale. So this is where you learn that Ardbert is a shard of you, right? Like you're the same person, but he's the first version of you. A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. Okay, we're setting up and like letting people know that we're. So we've already kind of touched on the fact that we're a shard of a Zem. That's like a thing, right? They kind of reveal that later, but like it's fine. But they're kind of setting that up. So, this is just the kind of fate I might expect from one such as he. In other words, a Zem. Surely Emet Selch has recognized the hint of quote unquote him in you. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely hinted at it before. Oh, the secretary clerk is getting impatient. Yes, it's Tiberius Fox. That's me. Fare you well, my new old friend. May you find what it is you seek. Hythlodeus, top tier. A friendly face, so to speak, in a empty foreign world. Your visit is writ as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. I will. Mjolnir, let us be about it. I really like that scene. That's one of the ones that stuck with me. I wasn't sure when it was going to happen, but now we know. All right, how far do I have to go? A little ways. We'll go up. I feel a weird feeling coming on. I think it's me flying. Oh my gosh. We're suddenly going so much faster than we were going before. I can't believe it. It's insane. We're going to get places so much faster. I remember the one thing I hated about Amarat was it just like it's this giant, massive city that's supposed to imply scale to you, which is fine, but like you just spend so much time running to and fro, and I don't. Those who have heard any of my recent content will know why I don't like that. But it's fine. Finally, you were gone so long I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fared you in your bureaucratic ventures? Oh boy, I got a thing and I learned a ton. I learned so many things. Ah, I see my instincts were correct. And a good thing, too. Eorzea and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far a more attractive option. The capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. It would seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily we did strive, with the strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of one ill. Mayhap 'twas simply the case that Emet Selch's recreation did not extend to their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters.
Speaking of which, Rin and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is these ancients didn't exist beyond Amaranth's today. They will happily tell you their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Tiberius? Was aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to obtain a writ?
Well, let me tell you, I learned a lot, actually. I talked to a guy who was sentient, and was kind of crazy, and he knew a lot of things.
A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. And you say all the Ascian scheming has been leading to this?
Yeah, that's kind of their whole thing.
All this time, but if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. Aye, I thought we knew their intentions in full, restore this world to its former glory, and in turn, empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. Yet it was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put it into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Ascians mean to draw on the lives of the Source to make their sacrifice to Zodiac.
Exactly. It's not just to cause a cataclysm by killing everybody. It's do that and then sacrifice all the life that's left to bring everybody that sacrificed themselves back. It's like a Dragon Ball Z wish on steroids, except for not. Well, you get the idea.
That does seem to be the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Ascians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history and all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience just such an act. Of course not. And that's to say naught of what Emet Selch's plans were for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Tiberius, and when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before and those who came after, by everyone you've ever met. Change things so even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. Is fighting him itself the only way? He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him, if we even can. And if you push to that hard in your current state, the light will break free.
I do feel like this needs to be dealt with in some capacity.
The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us.
Come on, baby, we got this. Alright, Alizé.
Do you remember that talk we had atop the tower in Mordsuk? I'm still the same mind now as I was then. I don't abandon you, and you don't abandon me, and together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore through the veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking the next step forward, there's a chance we'll find our way to save you. So no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep on walking.
Well, thank you. Do I have to talk to each one of these people? I do, don't I?
Valtteri spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how he would sneer to see what's become of the first, not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet who can deny the fire of your deeds have ignited in people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could, uniting disparate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant Talos would never have raised its head. I have borne witness to many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. This is but another obstacle in the road. Yet come. Let us travel it. Drag me through yonder in danger, and as you are wont to do, I shall endeavor to not slow you down.
I know I fumbled that horribly, but I did a good job. It was fine. As well thou knowest, if we are to usher Emet Selch unto his rest, we must needs bind his Ascian soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task requireth our sight, and such I have prepared, upon the Exarch's asking no less, though 'twas ever mine intent to provide said boon. The future whence our noble friend doth hail is from a world fallen to Ascian artifice, and he would not see such a grim history repeated. In a sense, Emet Selch's destruction will be the culmination of the Exarch's efforts, a reward of all he hath endured these many years. Yet even as thou strides into the jaws of peril, forget now not but that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see that thee survive unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of these happiness of outcomes I do pledge to remain at thy side. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Riange man. Stola.
Our time in the first has been a never-ending succession of trials, as arduous as our path is in the source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, though that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me to stay true to my convictions. Thus would I return the favor. Do as your heart decrees without hesitation or regret, and that is all I will say on the matter.
Alright, cool. Thancred. Well, this has put everyone in a solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in Amaray. So forgive me for this moment of sentiment, Tiberius. By dragging you into this sorry mess, you've given me the chance to think and act as I should have, for Rene's sake. Words cannot express how much this has changed my life, and how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. Dude, broing out with all these people is awesome. I'll be real. There's been a few times in games. I know some people don't like them, but like, oh, we're gonna have dialogue. Hang on.
When Minfilia trusted me with her power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you still can fall victim to despair. You can still feel powerless. And she was right. After you collapsed on Malkul, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you could be moments from turning, and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thancred, and the others, you've all been here when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you. I want to, I do, but I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried.
She's crying now? Okay. Then you shouldn't hang your head. I'm not asking to be saved. Man, I don't know. I don't know which one I like. Shouldn't hang your head. So she's feeling bad about it. You know what? I'm just gonna say I'm not asking to be saved. Don't worry about it. I'll handle it. It's fine.
But the light, how can you go on?
I'm awesome. I do this thing. It's how I do. Fate can be cruel, but smile better suits a hero. We must all keep looking forward to like the heroes who never gave up on this world. 3 dots. You know what? Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. I watched Gurren Lagann. That's up the alley. 3 dots.
I'm not sure Actually, never mind. I think I'll understand better if I try it for myself. No, nothing will come brooding here in self-pity. I've made my decision. Tiberius, I'm going with you.
Alright, sure. I think it'd be better if I was smiling there. No, what I was going to say is that I can't, like, people get attached to video game characters, but, like, considering how long I've been playing this game, and, like, how much time you spend with most of these characters, especially in the last, like, expansion or two, man, like, they really, in some ways, do feel like your best friends. You know what I mean? Some people might not get attached, and normally I don't. I don't feel a lot for video game characters. Like, oh, I like Johnson from Halo or whatever. Like, you know, I like that, but you know, the old Halo anyway. But you know, that said, like, I don't know. I don't usually feel anything for video game characters. I'm like, yeah, that guy's cool. That's the far as I get. But I actually like. I feel like I'm broing out with these people, and it's pretty great.
Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before admittance will be granted.
Well, wouldn't you know, I have one.
Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the capital, but any guests you choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times.
Don't worry. Mjolnir's with me. We're fine. I bring birds where I go. Oh, where's my bird? Okay, fine. I was just talking about how cool these people were. But I didn't mean I want to leave my bird behind. I remember this giant gold room.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Emet Selch.
Emet Selch.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation. Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you? And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
We're broing out. Don't be this way.
It is not he who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes. Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence. But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
I don't know, man. You invited me. Am I crazy? Like, one would think we're gonna fight, but I mean, like, you invited me. We came here for the Exarch, came here to stop you. Yeah, we came here for the Exarch, man.
Well, you can't have him. The wisdom that man guards may open up new worlds of possibilities.
It seems like time travel, specifically, is a weird thing that the Ascians did not master, that the Alligans actually started tampering with. That even the Ascians were like, wait a minute, what? That's just the impression I get.
He has unlocked the secrets of travel across the rift, and through time as well, it would seem. Quite an accomplishment for one of his incomplete nature. I must explore the limits of his capabilities, and harness that power for the Ardor. Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the Ancients? Look at me! I have lived 1,000 of your lives.
Oh my gosh, it's that one. Okay, we're doing it again. There is another. If you guys have ever actually watched any of the prior things I share, There's a Benegy thing for this one too, where one of the little rabbit dudes, he's like, I've lived 1,000 of your lives. I'm gonna link it in the bottom of this video. You have to. They're short. You have to watch it. It's great.
I have broken bread with you, fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star.
You mad? Sound like you mad. It's like that one friend in the group just suddenly throws a fit for no reason.
Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his sin eaters taught you nothing?
It taught me that fat is bad. I don't know.
Have you not learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference?
Why are you mad, though?
Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other?
I mean... Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion.
I think Alphino's having a hard time because he doesn't agree with what he's saying, but at the same time he knows there's an element of him being right. And he doesn't want Emet Selch to be right about anything.
You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us, and us alone.
You gonna say something snappy? I feel like you're going to say something snappy.
Emet Selch!
Alright. It's calling out. What you got? Come on, Alphino.
We
Bring your A game.
understand. Truly. But it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust. But not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
You think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost?
It's kind of rough. Like, yeah, he's got the crazy eyes for sure. But at the same time, like, you gotta think about it. Like, imagine, I don't know. Imagine you saw, like, a fragment of, like, your mom or something, right? And it's not the same person, and she's not the same person at all. Like, she's, like, a fragment of what she was, like, literally and metaphorically. And it's just like, yeah, you don't matter, like, at all. It's like the real people are, like, the whole people I lost. I don't know. It's a rough one.
Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star.
Trial by combat. It's just fire. That's ominous. Look at that.
Behold the coming.
I took a screenshot of that. I don't know why. I just needed to.
It was the end of our era and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment.
That is an awesome shot. The way that camera panned away on that while it's all fire behind him with the crazy eyes. It's amazing, dude.
I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
Just walking into the fire. What an image. Amarat now accessible. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that that's a trial, not a dungeon. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so it is a dungeon. All right, all right, let's go ahead and throw her down. Let's get my book out here for a second. I was not expecting this. I mean, I kind of was, but I kind of wasn't, you know what I mean? All right, where are we at? Amarat, a star unmade. According to a report from the Ascians, Emet Selch had used his magics to manifest his own version of Amarat, capital of the world unsundered, on the ocean floor of the First. Though their battles with the myriad of beasts in the Ascians recreated calamity, the Warrior of Darkness and their comrades came to learn exactly how this past paradise met its end. As Emet Selch explained, the laws of the star began to unravel, leading to a destabilization of creation magics. These events inspired such fear in the hearts of all living things that they knew and terrible beasts were born, much like how fervent belief may give rise to a primal. It was these creatures that summoned fire to rain from the heavens, rent from the lands, and made rivers run with blood. As the sun scorched the earth and boiled the seas, the great civilization of the ancients fell to ruin. Whilst Emet Selch's motive for revealing this history remains unclear, it cannot be overstated how vital this knowledge was in preventing our own final days from playing out to their completion. Which obviously, you know, is referring to stuff from Endwalker. And then you got down at the bottom, you got the enemies you fight. You got the first beast. The first creature to be born from the despair wrought by the final days. This horrifying entity elicited fear and disgust in the hearts of all those who bore witness to it. According to Emet Selch, the monstrosity brought down a rain of fire as if to erase the blight of the life from the star. And then Therion, the last harbinger, arisen from the very depths of despair. Even the ancients, with their unrivaled command of magics, could but flee in the face of this terror, whose many mouths uttered only ruin. It was appearance of Therion that made it abundantly clear that without decisive sacrifices, the star would be lost. And that is Amarat, and we will see it when it pops. I'm not sure if this episode is going to be I need to look up while I'm waiting how much longer this part is, because I want to see if we're going to... I don't know if we're going to do the raid detour right after this, you know, after 6.0 or whatever, or what. So, well, I'm going to see if I can figure that one out in between. But either way, I'll see you when it pops. And then suddenly it was all hands on deck because the thing popped. I'm not sure how long it was. I think it was like 15 minutes. Not too bad, though. Everyone loves a good DPS queue time, alright? So looking into it, we'll probably finish up right after the dungeon. And the next episode should finish up the core Shadowbringer storyline. So I want to make sure, I try to make sure it cuts nice. I want to try to avoid any more like 2-hour episodes if possible. So let's go.
Welcome to the final days of Amarat.
Alright, so Dark Knight, White Mage, Dragoon, and your friendly neighborhood Red Mage. See, he used Meteor and killed that guy, but then that guy died, and that other guy died.
Our star began to fray, and the unchecked energies of creation begat malformed beasts.
We're not stopping, okay. Ne'er-do-wells. Ne'er-do-wells, all of them. Oh, we got more peeps. We got more peeps. You think you know what's up, but then you don't know about it. I know it says Terminus Crier, but I thought it said terminal cancer, and I was like, that's awful. No one wants terminal cancer. You know, if I ever get cancer, I'll tell you what, we'll come back and refer to this. I'll totally remember that it happened. Absolutely. But man, I love some bad jokes, I'll tell you what. Ah! I'm trying to, like, shoot me with stuff. I think it looks a mount. Yeah. Alright, well, you know, that could have been worse. Good job, Dragoon. You're alive. Because you... Something takes me out of it when people are wearing, like, a pair of, like, nice slacks and, like, a dress shirt. While I'm wearing, like, this crazy coat and hat. I mean, obviously I have better drip, but I'm just saying there's something about it that's a little weird. I appreciate it, but it's just, like, something about it. Reminds me, in a weird way, of, like... when they tried to add, in Master Chief Collection, they tried to add all those, like, new helmets, and I was like, I don't know about that, man, they look weird. But here, let me be the Final Fantasy 14 fun police, you know what I mean? Alright, let's do one of these. Alright, somebody let me do it. Oh, you made me mess it up, dang it. Well, at least I can still do this. I fumbled that super hard, but you know what? It still worked. I'm never gonna get this stone. I'm never gonna get this stone off.
Just as prayer gives rise to prideals, our dread made manifest our deepest fears.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that going around. Meteor rain. No one wants that. No, sir, I don't like it. It seems that without realizing it, I have done the thing that is correct. Alright, well, I'm going to assume we have to hide behind this rock, as I am wont to do. Hey, we're okay. Well, I can get out of it, right? Yeah, I can get out of it. For a second there, I thought he was still over there, then I realized that's just his shadow. Uh-oh. I can do it! If I could stop and say, like, no problem or whatever, I would, but I can't, because I'm not good enough. Oh man. Okay, go in this back corner. Okay. Alright, I just want to get away from it. Oh no, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't like it at all. We're just gonna do this. Just gonna do one of those, I guess. I have no idea, dude. I'm gonna heal myself again. I don't feel like we can risk both of us dying. All right. This is definitely more intense than I was expecting. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention at all. This was amazing. I just wanna say, if he wants to try and like, I just did not see it. I mean, man, he could use the Phoenix down if he wants to, but I don't know if he's got any. It's well, what would it be without everybody wiping on like the first boss? I just didn't see it coming, man. I just didn't see it coming at all. See if what is he just trying to die? I'm assuming he's trying to die. Okay. I don't know why you would. See, if I were tanking, this is just me. If I were tanking, what I would have done is use, because I have Phoenix Downs on me all times. Granted, I admit, I do not have them hotkeyed right now, but largely that is largely because I'm playing Red Mage and I do not require them. But if I'm playing like Bard or whatever, I try to make sure, and once I realize I don't have them, I quickly correct that issue. Man, I almost like it when we mess up more than when it's just like a you know, an easy peasy lemon squeezy sort of thing. I just didn't see that at all. I'm gonna watch this back at some point and I'm gonna be like, oh, how did I not see that? Because I watch it, my wife and I have been watching all these recently, and it's just like, I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna say, wow, how did I not see that? Alright, in the back corner. Alright, the final sky. Oh no. Wait a minute. Oh, someone was smarter than somebody else. It wasn't me. I did not make the correlation. I didn't see that it was that way. That's what I'm talking about. Oh sure, little Dragoon man gets to jump. It's quite the spectacle, I won't deny that. The problem is, one of my worst habits in Final Fantasy XIV, and I know I've mentioned this before, is just straight up staring at my crossbars. I'm so focused on trying to make sure my rotations are correct that I'm not paying attention to what's going on around me. Some people can do that. I can't. I am god-awful, and I just do that. I've been doing that for literally years. Like, do I stare at the keyboard when I type? No. But, you know, I'm gonna have to stay over here, but I'm gonna, like, do, like, right here. There we go. Oh. Alright, oh, it's so bad. Ugh. Oh, I'm so glad I had a cast on that. If I didn't have the dual cast ready on that, I'd be dead. Like, there's no ifs, and or, oh, get over there, 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 get over there. Okay, 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 okay. Right now, right now, right now. Okay, so Dragoon. Oh, I'm doing poses. I'm doing poses instead of the other things. I use sprint. No one saw that. No one saw that. No one's telling me do that Black Ranger pose in the middle of the fight. That was hilarious. I'm looking at him like, wait, we have to be behind the rock. I need to get over behind the rock and run behind the rock. Oh. wouldn't you know? Let's see if I can dump these into him, see if we can get some damage in. Ah, wrong button. Oh no, okay. Alright, which one's the correct one? I think it's this corner right here. Well, not that one. Whoops. Man, this is like bullet hell. It's ridiculous. Alright, healer. You're not dead this time. Time to do the Healy thing. Just fumbled that. Oops, good doodle. Well, almost got him dead, though. I'll take it, sure. I can do that. Alright. This is just not at all. This is great. First try, exactly. First try. This dungeon, that fight at least was harder than like what we've had for the last like God knows how long. Even the raids we did. Maybe the Alexander raids were a little. Gotta make sure we know sarcasm or earnest, genuine. What I'm talking about though, like your mana recharges so fast. Oh, did I get somebody's attention? No, this guy's just weird. I don't know. But yeah, the constant like AoEs to dodge and everything else is like hard but kind of fun. I like it. And I'm actually socializing. Can you believe it? I just straight up don't talk to people like 95% of the time. But when you have a powerhouse team like this, can you go wrong? With Ariasa Yoki and Rain Strife, things of that nature. Heaven's Eye Materia? Oh no, I haven't. Did I not? I said no. I don't know where that came from. Just throw one of those at him.
The land
buckled. Oh, he died again. I was like, what?
The cities burned. The waters ran red with blood.
I wonder if they ever even really died that much back then. Oh yeah, it's just like a thing there. There's so much in the background that I miss in dungeons that I'm trying to pay attention. Again, my hotbars and stuff. You know what I wonder? I haven't tried this. Hang on. Is that just like a single target thing, or is that like everything? Huh. Okay, so it does a little bit, like 5 off and does a little strike. I guess if you just needed to like stack damage real quick, that would be alright. Man, how am I the one that's getting hit like the least hard right now? It's kind of like crazy. But let it not be said, I am actually having a great time. I love a fumble dungeon. A fumble dungeon is the best dungeon. I mean, don't get me wrong, no one wants to fumble for like 10 years, but a fumble dungeon, Where you just kind of like trip over yourself until you get to the end. All right. Did I just jump out of the boundaries? Oh, it hadn't sealed yet. I was like, wait, what? I was so confused. I hadn't realized that it hadn't yet. Beast Bellow gives birth to Terror, a Terror which in turn gives birth to new beasts. You know what? I need this. One of these. One of those. One of these. Boom. Nuke it. There we go. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not, but we're trying. I don't see that one being tethered onto anybody necessarily. It could have been, but... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't even use quick cast for that. Alas, there's a lot of dudes spawning. Let it not be said there's not a lot of dudes spawning. Here, let's throw one of these out, and one of those, and one of these. I keep, like, accidentally targeting the wrong guy. Yeah, give me that guy. Give me the big guy right there. Alright, let's put up these. There we go. And we're not all dead, and I had not even been paying attention.
Yet this was far from the worst of it.
Oh, that was just the end of the fight? That felt like a really, like, suddenly, like, he was like, and then he left. I have to go back to my home planet now. Here, last time I had to touch an ethereal flow.
Just a little further.
Alright. Oh, this
and
is
you will see the end of a world.
Well, I'm gonna lose that, aren't I? Trying to get this guy off me if I can. Alright, cool, we're good. Oh, I'm hurting. Alright, back. I'm trying to take some of the stress off the healer so he doesn't have to constantly like triage me all the time when something bad happens. Ah! Nothing's ominous and crazy. I'd be out here slide casting. Like this whole fight, I've been completely oblivious to the condition of my teammates. I just try to remember to like check over and see how they're doing every now and again.
The star was fading. We saw we had to weave its laws anew.
No, it seems I have pulled aggro. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Well, shoot. I don't think this is gonna work out. You know, I'm just gonna go back. We're not in the middle of a dungeon thing. I'm just gonna go back. Such is life. Like, I'll try and get back there as fast as I can, but... Fumble dungeon! I love a fumble dungeon. We're dying to trash mobs. Alright. Well, everyone's alive, so... Did they recover from that? It's crazy to think they recovered from that. I just assumed that we were all gonna die. So, what do I know, I guess? Maybe that final heal I gave that healer actually made a difference. I'll see if I can dump some heals into him too. Help out. I'm staggered. This dungeon has been... it's not like it's crazy difficult. It's just been way more difficult than I had thought it would be at all. You being mad at me, dog? I didn't do anything. I mean, technically.
But between us and our goal loomed a final misbegotten fiend.
Alright. We have tripped over, and turned on the lights, and knocked everything over. And we're in space. I don't know how we got into space exactly, but here we are in space. Chthonic Riddle, Therion, as shown in the book. Crazy sauce. Alright. Alright, this is vaguely familiar. Eating that pizza, baby. Alright, let's do it. Alright. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that at all. Oh wait, get off the sides. Get off to the sides! Hello, I'll take thing I was not expecting to happen for 1,000, Alex. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That looks dangerous. I don't know if I like that at all. I'm just gonna get far back away. Hey, what do you know? Alright, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. I got hit with that death ray anyway. Oh, wait, I need to... Okay, now move? I don't know. I'm in a good spot, I guess. Well, that was a fumble, but like somehow, you know, making the healer work for it tonight, I guess. Man, I am just taking stupid amounts of damage from that. I wonder if there's like a way to dodge that. There's got to be a way to dodge that. Well, one thing I know for sure is standing right there didn't help. I see that it's purple over there, but I don't know why. I'm assuming that's bad. I don't know that, but I assume it. Yeah, you probably don't want to be there. I wouldn't go over there. I don't think that's a good one. Should definitely get over here. Alright, so we at least I got one mechanic down. Are we like running out of time? One could assume we are running out of time. Like, what does that do? What does the pink thing do? Well, I know I don't want to be in a bad spot, but I don't really know where to go. Alright. Oh man, I don't like that at all. Uh-oh. I casted the wrong spell. It still worked out though, because it's a dual cast. Oh lord. Ugh. I don't think I want to be where I'm at. It doesn't seem good, you know what I mean? I don't want to be here. I'm just I'm just like getting overwhelmed. I can't see anything for anything anymore. The forest for the trees is gone. I'm assuming that's just like a wide attack you can't actually dodge. Oh, I don't want to be over here. No. Oh, did he just fall out of the raid? He just fell out of the raid. Oh, no. Am I the healer now? Oh wait, no, okay. Ah! Okay, not there. I'm just gonna try and help keep people alive. I have no idea what we're even doing anymore. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just spamming everything. I'm like not even paying attention. I'm just trying to make sure that we do all the things we have to do. Trying to make sure we do damage. That poor man. I'm so glad right now that I'm playing Red Mage. If I... We have... Can we still... I think we're running out of time. I think we don't kill him, like, real fast. We're probably toast. Okay, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna stand in the middle of this. Please tell me that counted. I think it did, but I'm gonna have to, like, do it. I dropped the LV on him, but I died. Come on, guys, you can do it. Come on, you can't go over there. Just kill him. Just kill him. Yes! Yes! I was so sure that LB wasn't gonna go. I was so sure. I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm like, because right when I did it, he's like, I'm gonna cast this beam. I'm like, I don't know if I should have seen that coming or not, but I was like, we gotta do the damage. I mean, I'm not gonna throw shade at him. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna give him the heal. I'll give him the thing. I don't know how cool they are in real life, but you know what? They tried. Enjoy MSQ, indeed. Got player. Did I get player comms off that? I got 2 player comms. Let's go. Amazing. Oh, the music has changed.
Well, well, you prevailed.
Yeah, because we're awesome. Especially me. I mean, did you just see what I did? I gave my life for the team.
Nevertheless...
Oh, man. He's a touch stronger than everybody else.
Your performance was underwhelming, and I remain unconvinced of your worthiness.
You won, but I still don't like you.
Oh, you tower over your misbegotten ilk, no doubt. But should I bring my full strength to bear, well, you would be as leaves in the wind.
Oh, yeah? I just need to catch my breath, man. That was a cheap shot.
The gulf between us is a reflection of the disparity between the world as it was and what it has become.
I mean, it's a solid argument. I get it.
Our worlds may not live up to your lofty standards, but they are our worlds, our homes, full of life and love and hope.
It's kind of cringe, but I'm in.
And we won't stand by and let you destroy them!
Red mage out. Look at him, he's just so unfazed. He's like, whatever.
Alize!
You are a mistake.
Yeah, it's because of something you did, dude.
Known perfection. The shattered source and these shards are ghastly mockeries of the true world. The ephemeral lives you exalt are pale imitations, utterly devoid of meaning.
A lot of some solid sauce you're throwing there. Wow.
Belittle us all you like, but we will rise again and again, and give the lie to your insults through word and deed. We define our worth, not the circumstances of our creation.
More prattle.
I killed a few Ascians in my day, dude. I'm not really worried about it. Giant ephemeral swords that explode. Two twins slumped over each other.
Fool. Who are you? No one. Nothing.
And to think I called you a G.
Once I have reclaimed my heritage, my first act will be to expunge your stain from history's weave.
It's big talk, buddy. What are you gonna do about it?
My world will have no need for heroes.
Like platform boots on. Why does anyone ever make anything flat? Everything has to be like these, like that's a tripping hazard, I'm sure. Oh, that's right. I'm still poisoned with
Still
light.
fighting the good fight.
Oh, barrier. Well, that's a good one.
It is true that all we hold dear is fated to fade away.
Isn't he weak to light? Isn't that the whole
But
thing?
that is no reason for us to forsake it.
to take what steps we may, and thus mark the road for those who would follow. To strive for the best of all futures. Be this not also thy purpose?
No! Sniped! Kid's trying to do Old English in a COD lobby. Get out of here.
Do not presume to speak of my future. And you? Why waste your final moments in futile defiance? Weary wanderer, you've no fight left to fight, no life left to live.
Isn't the line from the trailer with the little dude?
You see, the light will not be denied. Surrender to your fate, and let the transformation take you. Rise up in madness and fury. Devour the vermin infesting the land which is rightfully ours.
Oh, Sand Cruise.
Now, Reed! Now!
Oh, sniped.
Fight it. You have to hold on.
Don't worry, girl, I got you. Well, not like from falling, sorry. I straight up don't remember how this is resolved at all. Erg bleh. Oh, that's right, it's Ardbert. Okay. I don't remember what happens, but I remember Ardbert being there.
If you had the strength to take another step, could you do it?
I mean, I do it every day.
Could you save our worlds?
Probably. You know I could. You know I could. You know what? I can't say anything else. Oh, that music's sick.
Take it. We fight as one.
Fusion dance.
This world is not yours to end. This is our future. Our story.
It's like the few times your character actually talks, technically. Oh, he sees the other guy.
No, it can't be.
But it is.
That trick of the light. You are a broken husk, nothing more.
You know, you tend to make a lot of mistakes, Emet Selch, I'm gonna be real.
How can you hope to stand against me alone?
We stand together!
Where the heck did you come from?
How... I'm surprised you can stand at all.
I could not well leave matters half finished. Let expanse contract, Eon become instant.
Oh, he's doing the thing where I can like summon other people to help me.
Champions from beyond the rift, heed my call!
I like that they make that canon. Like, you can just summon people. Like, they make it more concrete later, but I guess it's the first time they really do that.
Damn you! Damn you all!
Why are you mad, though? I challenge you, Emet Selch. It ends one day. I challenge you, Emet Selch. Just absolutely balling out of control.
Very well. Let us proceed to your final judgment.
Yes, let's.
The victor shall write the tale, and the vanquished become its villain.
I write some good stories.
But
They're
come,
mostly about hats.
let us cast aside titles and pretense, and reveal our true faces to one another.
Oh, this is sick.
I am Hades, he who shall awaken our brethren from their dark slumber.
Well, his whole thing is being over the dead, so Hades kind of makes sense. The Dying Gasp, now accessible. Alright, so we're going to have to fight that, but we have already gone way longer than I anticipated. Not crazy, but long enough. So with that, we come back, we will fight Emet Selch and continue on our quest for hat supremacy. But for now, till next time.